At this point, I want to do a quick recap of what we've covered so far. Concept number 1. If you want to succeed for very long, you need to figure out and accept what's going on around you and then promptly take appropriate action. Concept number 2. Repeated short-term discipline brings long-term rewards. Consequently, we must sometimes make short-term sacrifices for our long-term benefit. Concept number 3. Stop blaming others. Stop blaming yourself. Blame is irrelevant. Just fix the problem. Concept number 4. If you want things to change, you're going to have to change. Change starts with you. Concept number 5. Whatever we focus on expands in our lives. Focusing on the most important task at hand is the key to success. Concept number 6. Sometimes life requires a change in perspective. Learn from the past, but don't live there. Realize everything is a privilege. Concept number 7. Visionaries see that which others do not see. Look inside yourself and form a vision of your best possible future. No one else can do it for you, and no one else will. Now, let's move on to concept number 8, learning to give first. Have you ever heard of the law of attraction? It's the major concept behind the self-help book known as The Secret and the film by the same name. Here's what most people believe about the law of attraction. They believe that all you have to do is think positive thoughts and positive things will come your way. Well, I'm here to tell you that's not the way it works. It's not that simple. First of all, I believe the law of attraction is misnamed. It should be called the law of reciprocity. In other words, you have to give before you get. But if we first apply law number 6, the law of perspective, we'd rephrase that to say, you get to give before you get. Giving to others is a privilege, not an obligation. Think of your thoughts and deeds as millions of tiny little magnets that attract similar thoughts and similar deeds. If enough people would start giving to others first, guess what's going to happen? Eventually someone will give something to you. You will attract someone who will give something to you. In short, if you want something, you must give it away first. If you want wealth, you must help someone else become wealthy first. If you want to receive love, you must first give love to someone else first. If you want success, you must help someone else become successful first. It's counterintuitive, but trust me, that's the way it works. Until number 8 states, until we learn to give first with no expectation of return, we will never attract that which is necessary to achieve our maximum potential and evolve as a species. This means that you must give with no expectation of return. How can you do that? You can do that by realizing that it's your privilege to give, not your obligation. Which brings us to law number 8, the law of attraction/reciprocity. What one gives to the world is what they will be given back. One must pay attention to that which they attract most. If they constantly attract desirable things, then little or no change is necessary. If one constantly attracts undesirable things, then change is required if one wishes to attract more desirable outcomes. This law also applies in reverse. If you're attracting desirable outcomes, you're probably giving away your time and energy toward positive pursuits. If you're attracting undesirable outcomes, you're probably giving away your time and energy toward negative pursuits. So I ask you, what are you attracting in your life and in your world? If you're attracting good things, you must be doing something right. If you're attracting undesirable things, then you must be doing something wrong. If that's the case, you should apply law number 3, the law of personal responsibility, and examine what you might be able to do differently in order to begin attracting that which you want most. What does law number 8 mean in plain English? It means pay attention to what you're attracting. If you don't like what's constantly coming your way, then something needs to change. In even plainer English, if you want to attract good stuff, then put out good stuff into the world. Think of it as a cycle. You must learn to give in order to receive, and you must learn to receive in order to give. But people who give all the time need to learn to set limits. That's because takers rarely do. On the flip side, some people have trouble being on the receiving end. On some level, they feel that they're unworthy. I think that's a bunch of bull. Everyone who acts in a worthy manner is worthy, including you. To achieve anything in life, you need to believe that you're worth it. Always remember, you are beautiful. You are worthy. You are important. You are special. You are unique. You are wonderful. You are talented. And you are irreplaceable. It's all about establishing a reasonable balance between giving and receiving. This law doesn't just apply to people. It applies to groups. It applies to our country. It applies to our world. So the next time you want something, try giving it away first. It may seem strange, but trust me, that's the way it works. By incorporating law number 8, the law of attraction / reciprocity into our lives, we will be creating a society that encourages its members to focus more on what they can give to others and less on what others can give to them. Wouldn't the world be a much better place if everyone started helping each other more and stopped constantly asking what's in it for them a little bit less? Are you ready for more? If so, please make sure you subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell so that you'll be notified as I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Be sure to watch the videos all the way to the end, as the stuff at the end is usually just as important as the stuff in the beginning, if not more. With that said and done, it's time for you to move on to the next video in the playlist. Concept number 9, allocating our resources wisely.